Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
All right, folks, let's talk about this record warmth that we had out there across the Beehive State yesterday, in Salt Lake City. If you missed it, and you might have, because it only lasted for a brief period of time, but we had those downsloping winds coming over the mountains, and as they make their way down the mountain, they compress and heat up quickly, and sure enough, we saw that temperature jump up to 67 degrees. Smashing the old record high of 58 degrees back in 1939. But to put that into more perspective, the warmest we've ever been in Salt Lake City in a December day, 69 degrees. So we were not too far away from being the all-time warmest December day ever on record. Man, that was some wild weather. And then we had to talk about the winds. Was that wild or what? We told you that wind machine would crank, and sure enough, boy, we had these winds, 120 mile-per-hour wind gusts at the central Wasatch Peaks. That is above Category 3 strength for a hurricane when it comes to those wind gusts. Now, to put that in the good news for you, at least this is high up in elevation, so this is up in the mountain peaks where we don't have a lot of population. But boy, that would cause a lot of damage. But even down towards Snow Basin had a wind gust of 94 miles per hour. You make your way out on I-80 going westbound out between Tooele County and the Great Salt Lake Desert. Winds from 65 to 85 miles per hour out there for us. And over around the U of U, wind gusts over 60 miles per hour as well. And even in the valley locations, right here on the valley floors, we were definitely not left out with wind gusts anywhere from 50 to 60 miles per hour from the airport all the way up towards the Ogden area. So, man, it was quite the windy day out there for us. Now, the good news, that storm system is pushing to the east, taking with it the valley rain, the mountain snow, the high winds, and also the record warmth. And right now, we just got a northwesterly flow. So it's going to start off fairly calm, but this system here will graze us. It's a system moving into the west coast, and it will give us at least a slim chance of an isolated shower. But this is going to be really confined to areas probably from north of Salt Lake City and points north. So here's how it plays out. Again, right now, we're looking pretty good out there this morning, but we'll see some of these clouds sticking up by lunchtime. I don't see a lot of precipitation out there for lunchtime, but we'll definitely have the clouds building in place. And then as we go into the rest of the afternoon, we'll see, again, a chance of a valley rain shower or a mountain snow shower popping up. This will not amount to much, but there will be that chance, so I do want to mention that for this afternoon. A much better chance of valley rain and mountain snow, some of which could be locally heavy at times moving in as we go in throughout the day on Friday. We'll see increasing chances as that atmospheric river begins to slide back down towards the south and east here, and that will continue Friday night into Saturday as that boundary drifts down and kind of stalls out across central and northern Utah. So it will not rain or snow the entire weekend, but we'll see waves of valley rain and mountain snow moving through on your Saturday, and then again more waves of valley rain and mountain snow moving through on your Sunday. So a definite unsettled weekend is probably the best way to describe it. Look at this, heading into Christmas week, we keep it going, folks. That jet stream continues to drift a little farther to the south, and look at this, we have a excellent chance of above average precipitation, which means there's probably a big storm system in this forecast, and it looks to be as we get right into your Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. It doesn't look like, though, it's going to bring anywhere in the valleys a white Christmas. But, again, the mountains, you're going to do pretty well in this pattern. So going through this weekend, the snow begins to add up a little bit for our northern mountains up towards the Bear River Range here. And we'll see some decent snowfall totals. We add in that Christmas Day system, and we really start to see the snow in the mountains really starting to pile up a little bit there. So this is good news. But, again, sadly, notice here, this is Friday morning right after Christmas Day. I don't have any snow accumulation along the valley floors of the I-15 corridor. It's all going to be in the mountains, but the mountains could pick up some very significant numbers here as we go throughout the next two storms. I will mention there is another storm that we're watching for the weekend after Christmas. That one we'll keep an eye on. That one looks a little more promising maybe to try to be a little colder. And we'll see how it plays out. But St. George, 60s over the next 7 days. The winter solstice, a few clouds, but not too bad. And there you see Christmas Eve, showers likely in southwest Utah with those temperatures into the low 60s. As we look at the Wasatch Front, I've got isolated showers today with the upper 40s for highs, upper 50s Friday with more rain and wind. And we'll keep it unsettled through the weekend. And another system just in time for Christmas Eve. All right, let's get a check on what's going on right now with your traffic. And you can see fairly light conditions out there for us. We're not tracking too many accidents or slowdowns or snarls out there for you. So as you make your way on your morning commute right now, things are looking pretty pretty good out there. Now, keep in mind, the higher elevation, we're watching the snow plows up here in Little Cottonwood Canyon. This is State Route 210, of course, up towards the Alta area. And they got some snow yesterday, so they've been working hard overnight trying to get the roads somewhat clear. But be careful if you're going up to the highest elevations. But for now, things are looking pretty good. That's your latest traffic and weather. We'll send it back over to Matt and Alyssa.